Now, in 1996, with the demise of the XJS that we talked about earlier, Jaguar had a gap in their fleet for a sports touring car. They replaced the XJS with this, the phenomenally successful Jaguar XK8. Now, even the half asleep among you will have noticed that this is an XKR. Well, I'm going to be driving one of those in a couple of minutes, but first the XK8, launched in 1996 at Geneva. It had a 4-litre V8 engine generating 290 brake horsepower. It was rear-wheel drive and had obvious E-Type influences all over it. It was a real throwback to the Jaguar heydays of days gone by. Well, it's 6 years old already, and we think this is a used Jaguar, a classic for the future. So here's Ian Royal with a few tips on how to get your hands on your own used XK8.
The XK8 is better built than any previous Jag sports car, and despite high original costs, second-hand models are now relatively cheap. If you do have some spare cash, you'll be looking to pay around £17,000 for a 1996 P-Reg Coupe and £27,500 for a 98 supercharged convertible. The most popular of the two are the convertibles, so expect to pay more for these. In terms of what to look out for, well, keep an eye on tyre wear and stone chips, because the majority of XK8s spend a large amount of time pounding up and down the motorway. Inside, watch for wear on the leather, loosening of the switchgear, and on the convertible, check for signs of vandalism on the roof.
Like a really good whiskey, Jaguar's XKR is a curious blend. Like putting Mike Tyson in a Savile Row suit, it has impeccable bespoke styling, and with its new 4.2-litre V8 supercharged engine, it has the power to offer a knockout punch. This is the latest version of Jaguar's Super Cruiser, now with increased power from that 4.2-litre engine seen in the S-Type R. This particular model has the R handling pack, which means that you get stiffer springs, those glorious 20-inch Detroit wheels, Brembo brakes and more supportive sports seats. Externally, the XKR has never looked better. Like a Hollywood actor, its looks just seem to improve with age, aided by the odd bit of cosmetic surgery. It's always been a beautiful shape with its long, sleek nose and its hunched, muscular rear. It emanates sleek aggression. And now, with its newfound power, it should float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Now, this car does, of course, belong in the cruiserweight division, being as it is so heavy. But that just makes its punch even more sledgehammer-like. Sit down while I give you some of these performance figures, because you may need a standing count at the end of it. It'll go from 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds. It's got 400 brake horsepower as opposed to 370 in the old XKR, like it needed it. And it will go on up to a limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. Awesome power in a car this size. The car's automatic 6-speed gearbox is as smooth as that mahogany-skinned fella off Bargain Hunt. It never puts a toe out of line. And even when you think it's going to be struggling uphill, put your foot down, it will instantly find the right gear and launch the car. Now hold your 400 horses, I hear you cry. Though this car is phenomenal, there's no way it can compete with the agility of, say, a Porsche 911. But that's part of the car's charm. There are plenty of areas where the 911 can't compete with this car in terms of its beauty and style. And, well, it's not a car for boy racers, it's a car for old bloke racers. Some cars are made for out-and-out speed, some with power in mind, some agility. Well, this Jaguar XKR is a perfect marriage of all three. A heavyweight boxer with awesome punching power, graceful agility and durability. It is, in essence, the greatest of them all. It's the Muhammad Ali of cars. Or it could be George Foreman. Frank Bruno was British.